Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Tower of Guns. So, last two runs with this exact same build, very disappointing. First one went fantastically, we had amazing pickups across the board. I thought we were going to have it in the bag, no problem. And then just, I don't know, shit didn't work. We didn't have jumps, and that made going to the foyer extraordinarily dangerous. And ultimately cost us the run, our lives, but you know what, I'm still here, and I'm ready to do another run of Tower of Guns, so, that's how things go. So, Weapon EXP, thank you. Not full. If this token doesn't go away, that'll bring us up to 2, and that's good. And there's some, oh, it's an 8-shot, so if I jump around the corner, at this point we now have the extra speed that we need, and armor that I don't know, speed that we need rhymes, but I can't really rhyme much off of armor. I was thinking like harmor, but that makes no sense. I'm not a poet, and I know it. I think I've said that before. Actually, so, I wouldn't quite say funny story, but, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Is a famous line from, oh shoot, she's the poet that always did the like really dark poetry. She's an American poet, probably in the 50s to 80s, somewhere in there. I could be completely misremembering the person, but I definitely remember, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it, from a fairly famous poet/author combo lady. Yeah, combo lady. She's a combination of one lady and another. No. So, I definitely know I'm quoting that, but when I first quoted her, I didn't even know I was quoting her. In fact, I think I was 12. So, I could have actually invented the same poem as her, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it, without even, like, realizing that I did, but at the same time I was 12, so even if I did, like, put that in a book somewhere, nobody would take me seriously. They'd just be like, yeah, you rhymed. Whereas, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it is actually a pretty famous line as far as, I don't know, literature and writing goes, which, I mean, I guess that kind of goes to the argument of artists, at what point is what an artist does art. Oh, this is a bad situation to be in. I don't know how I didn't get hit by a single freaking bullet there, but I'm very happy about it. So we've got an 8-shot down here, and probably gonna I don't know how I didn't take falling damage from that, but I am flabbergasted and amazed and very happy about it. Because, more or less, I just made no sense, but it works for me. So I think I'm in a good location. There's a bomb launcher shooting at me from there. Okay, that's a concern. But I think we're actually out of the firing range across the board. So now we're safe and can... I'm not going to just say screw around and do whatever we want, but we're definitely in a fantastic position for getting everything in this room. I guess the only thing we don't have, and really could use as far as traversing this room, is a freaking double jump. Double jump would be very nice. Okay, so we got 2 super cannons, and it does not look like there are any other enemies in here. There's a weapon EXP pickup and a might pickup, and I'm gonna go for the might pickup first, if only because it will make killing super cannons really easy when I get there. Anything else? Okay. Oh, there looks to be one kind of regular cannon enemy, and I'm not gonna be able to hit that easily from where I am, so let's go back down, and I'm ducking to avoid the blue crap. This is definitely one of those games where you actually do a little bit of, like, feedback movement style stuff in response to, I don't know, in response to game stimuli. Okay, so it looks like there's not a gosh darn thing? Okay. So, definitely have to worry about these little guys, but I'm not too concerned about it. I can kind of line of sight them very easily. Because he's dead, and I don't see any other ones, so I'm actually... Like, this is risky business, if only because I don't have a double jump, so any and all, like, falling I do is final. There's no, like, take backsies or, I don't know, fall damage mitigation. So we got that guy, but again, just kind of line of sight him, not a problem. And over there is a weapon mod. No way in, the history of this game am I going to be able to get to it. But that's kind of okay, because I kind of don't need it. No, no. Oh, crap. Well, actually, that worked out really well for us. Because, did it fall down here? Oh, there it is. No, don't go away. Oh, it went away. I was looking for the weapon EXP pickup, and apparently I was standing right next to it. And it despawned. So, that's life. How do we get over there? And the answer seems to be, I don't have a gosh darn clue. I guess if I launched myself down into one of these... Nope. Thank you, slowing block. I kind of love and hate the slowing blocks in a lot of ways. Love because they save me from extremely embarrassing problems, as in, like, falling long distances and dying terribly. But at the same time, it's like, you get caught in one of those while an enemy is shooting at you, and you're going to be so unhappy. So unhappy. Alright, so, on to the boss. Who are we fighting? Mama Spinbot, thank you! You know, now finally a boss that I can fight without, you know, being very unhappy with the general situation. Like, look at that health just go down. And even her, like, usual explodey things didn't even manage to do stuff, much less her little guys. So, back in the previous room, there was a weapon pickup. No way I'm going to be able to get it, didn't have enough money, and I ended up spending my money on might anyway, so kind of meaningless. We do have critical serum, that's going to be really useful. That's going to be definitely one of those that I save for, like, boss fights, and come on, don't go. Okay, perfect. But still, critical serum is a pretty damn good upgrade to get your hands on. And I actually realized I never really finished my thought of, like, art and stuff, because suddenly we're in a semi-bad situation. So, hey, we found 100% of the secrets in the foyer. That doesn't happen very often. Especially because we don't have a single gosh darn jump. Anyway, actually I think there's only one secret. That would make a lot of sense. Anyway, Gearworks. Gearworks is scary. And easy. So the thing about the Foundry is you take damage on the Foundry, and the pickups in the Foundry are kind of crap. So, I'm surprised I didn't take any falling damage there, but hey, it works out well for me. And there's a lot of Scary up above. But once you kind of get a handle on Scary and, like, kill it a little bit, then you can just hop up there and reap all kinds of rewards. Okay, and before D spawns, let's get our hands on all of these weapon EXP pickups, because they are going to make our life significantly easier. Health pickup, thank you. And, ooh, a lot of it's going to despawn before I get there, come to think of it. Oh, come on. Meanest gosh darn thing you can run into. Okay, got the coinage, and where's the rest of the spiky balls coming from? They're coming from somewhere in here. Oh, just over there? That's actually substantially simpler than I thought it was going to be. And these medium-sized bombs, they're not the large bombs, but they keep spawning on my face, which is kind of frustrating. But at the same time, I'm happy that they are, because, I mean, look at us. We're solidly in weapon level 4, well on our way, really, to weapon level 5, full health, and I don't think we got a single passive pickup from that either. It's like we wasted all of our luck-based pickups on the first of the Egon Pride runs, and then, you know, now we just don't get much at all. I guess we bought the one might pickup, but I don't think we've got armor or really anything else. It's kind of like what you see is what you get. Oh, that's a lot of Scary. I apologize. I know that I've definitely heard the complaint that the Gearworks levels make people sick. And I technically do have a way to turn off the color, but it makes the entire game look really bad. And I could mess with it, and we could see if it works better for you guys. But if it's kind of tolerable, I'll just try and avoid rotating around too much most of the time, because, you know, sorry. It's not my fault. It's not like I can pick Foundry over and over again. I'd love to. Foundry is much more manageable in my opinion, though I find Foundry never has quite as good of stuff. Gearworks always ends up with, like, me either super powered or dying, and you just don't get that as much on... Oh, come on, ow. Okay, so this is a weird situation to be in. I spawned, or not so much I spawned, but they spawned with me inside of them. And that's an upgrade over there, which is good. I did get hit a little bit, so Come on. Not happy about getting hit the couple of times there. It's a jump height plus, which is, I would say, oh, okay. Okay, so we're not in terrible straits. I was going to be grouchy for a second there, and I was like, oh wait, no, there's a second jump there. Because the previous two runs, we've got jump height. Jump height is really useful. Not so much when you don't have a double jump to pair with it, because it's like, yeah, you know, you can jump higher. That definitely has its uses for bunny hopping, but it doesn't arrest your falls. It doesn't let you get to a whole lot of special areas in comparison. But yeah, I can buy a double jump right there, so that's not so bad. And I hear something that's shooting and exploding really hard down below. Maybe? I don't know. Hard to say, but let's get the double jump, because that's probably going to save our butts. And there's another weapon mod, which... Uber. Sad about that. I would love to get my hands on an Uber mod right now, but we still wouldn't have had enough money to afford it. It's like we keep getting, you know, rapid shot, Uber, I don't know, we didn't get spread, but, you know, might as well just say, like, every weapon mod that's going to be available to this run is just going to be slightly outside of our grasp as far as money goes. And I guess there's the question of, like, would it have been better if I'd gotten, if I had saved my money, not picked up the double jump, or might, and gotten Uber? And I would actually have to... Was that another jump height bonus, and I just wasn't paying attention? Yeah, it was. That was not actually an extra jump. So that's why we jump really high, like we're some kind of crazy Michael Jordan, but we can't double jump for poops. And is this room again? This room is pseudifiably terrifying. I mean, look at it. We got a lot of spiky ball launchers, and a lot of explosions. If we don't survive this run, I'm just going to... I don't know. I mean, I'm not even going to be surprised at this point. Let's just kind of launch ourselves through here. And at this point, I'm expecting pretty much the worst. There's no redeeming qualities to this room whatsoever. It flat out sucks. Like, there are no secrets, the loot is bad. I mean, I got some kind of okay-ish pickups there. What? What? Oh, I got hit by a spiky ball and it launched me back down. That blows. Either that or I got shot in the face, which is actually equally possible. So my main strategy right now is not to tango with any of the 8 shots, because they're actually really weak when, you know, tangoed with from... Oh, come on. They're actually really weak when you're going at them from the backside. But these guys, on the other hand, are the worst. Especially in this situation. Like, this is the reason why I hate this room. Because there's nothing good about this room. Well, at least we've cleared the worst part. Now it's just kind of cleanup and not taking too much damage falling. Because falling damage is kind of the secondary thing. And there looks to be a mystery shop over there. And I'm just going to assume, probably quite correctly, that we are just too poor to afford it. So why even go out of our way? Okay, so... It's one of those where it's like, oh, come on. There are more spiky ball launchers that are just kind of sitting there waiting for me to get close. And that's definitely something I'm not pleased about. I mean, we did okay, actually. Oh, we're going to take some falling damage there. I guess solve it. 2 birds, 1 stone. Still kind of shitty bird, shitty stone. How are we doing? How are we doing? Like I said, falling damage that I didn't want to take. I was being... Oh, come on. There's one more 8 shot, and we're in a bad way. Very bad way. Just across the board bad way. But I guess we can actually move across. We're safe here. And the question is, will those guys give us any kind of, like, nice pickups? The answer will probably be no. The answer will probably be, like, not the slightest, not on your life, not on your I need this health pickup. Okay, and I didn't fall back down. Good. Because it would have been terrible to, you know, pick up a nice health pickup and then immediately get into a situation where I'm just going to take a bunch of falling damage. I don't like how the enemies turn in this game, though. That is definitely one of my biggest complaints. At this point, I'm just kind of belly aching and whining, because we took a lot of damage. This is why the Gearworks, either you come in with nothing and you leave with like a massive amount and you're happy about it, or you come and you pretty much die. And I hear something shooting, but I'm not going to tango with it. I don't even care anymore. I think it's probably just an 8-shot on that side, and it just doesn't even seem worth it. Okay, so... oh, maybe I was hearing those guys. So we've got some homing things, we've got some bombs, and a lot of sadness. So the question is, can I avoid all the shots without having to resort to falling down? Because if I fall down, I'm probably dead. Mainly because there's a lot of unhappiness down there. There's a bunch of the stationary super cannons, which aren't as scary as the kind that can like turn and shoot at you, but they're covering the entire place except for like a couple of spots, and if I don't approach it from a semi-tactical standpoint, I die. So, unless they all killed each other, which I'd be very happy about, but I definitely saw the shots coming through. Looks like they killed each other, or they were never there to begin with, and I just saw like a bomb explode, which, yeah, I guess, you know, that's nice. That'd be very nice. This is redeeming. In a lot of ways. So we've definitely got a lot of our health back. Our weapon level is not has not suffered too much. I'm very glad that Joe adjusted it so you don't lose as much weapon EXP for taking damage, because if he hadn't, we'd be suffering pretty hard. Let's see what we get in this room, and I think we're going to be fighting the boss immediately after this, so it largely depends on what these guys drop. And the question is, who's even... oh, they're bombs... oh, they're these guys. Okay. It's one of those where I don't want to just tango with the triple spin bots. I call them triple spin bots just because they look like they're 3 spin bots slapped together. I assume they have like some kind of actual name to them, but hard to say. Maybe they're like Ultra Spin Bot or, you know, Brother Spin Bot. I don't know. Hard to say. So I see some weapon EXP. Chances are we're not going to get it, but we'll see. Got enough health to make up for launching ourselves down, and it paid for itself. So I said, you know, it kind of depends on what we get from, you know, the rest of this level, and the answer is we didn't get much, but we didn't lose anything. So assuming that we're not up against some like assuming we're not up against this, I can't think of many worse circumstances to be in, because we have really good jumps. We're good in that regard, but we're terrible in every other regard. We're slow, we don't do much damage. Critical serum would be pointless to us, because the damage is not based on how much damage we do, it's based on blowing up that singular section of, you know, Dr. Turret. And it's kind of like, I'd love to not have to worry about this boss in the slightest. At least we don't seem to be taking much damage. I got him. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't get him. Whatever. Critical serum time. Let's just roll him on the bottom, because it didn't seem like it would be worth it going up. Okay, so, again, not... like, we're doing okay, and it's one of those where it's like, we shouldn't be doing okay. We should be dying left and right. We should be having serious issues. And, I mean, we've definitely had serious issues. But they're not the issues I expected. Ish. Because, for some reason, our damage output seems okay, and I guess critical serum really helps in that regard. But we also didn't take that much damage from him. I guess I got an armor pickup, I think. Which has been helping, but not as much as I'd like it to. I don't know. I'm just complaining. Where are we going? Are we going to the Foundry, or are we going to Battlements? Battlements, thank you. Because... like... I've definitely expressed my preference for Battlements well over the Foundry, because the Battlements are A, nicer looking, B, the drops are really good, I think. I definitely miss last run's TNT mod. That would make really everything and anything we run into here, or really in the Battlements in general, fantastic, and I feel kind of shitty for screwing the pooch on that one room because I didn't notice the floor level cannons, which kind of wrecked my shit. But, you know what, that's in the past, and if you just keep looking at the past and you know, don't move on with your life, well, then you kind of end up stuck playing video games. And suddenly I just realized that this story I'm telling is pretty much about me, and I'm starting to feel very, I don't know, self-aware of my situation. Because, I don't know, whatever. Not that big of a deal. I definitely have most things under control. Except for, you know, actually even like my, I wouldn't say severely injured toe, but my generally injured toe. I think I mentioned it this run. If I didn't, I mentioned it previous run, but, you know, injured my toe really badly. Hard to go outside with an injured toe. Pretty much just slapped a band-aid on it and hoped for the best. It actually ended up healing up perfectly fine, which, you know, I've never actually seriously injured myself a couple of times. Like, I sliced a finger open with a knife when I was a little kid. That was it. Really no other, like, grievous injuries. I guess I broke my right toe back in my sophomore year of college, but that's hardly an injury. I guess I would say it's a comparable injury to, you know, slicing the tip off, but at the same time it's like, I think, I would say slicing the tip off is probably the more dire of the situations, if only because slicing, I mean, blood. A broken toe, you just leave it alone for a while and it comes right back. A sliced off toe, like, you can bleed like crazy, potentially. You can ruin your shoes. And you know what? Shoes are expensive. I'd rather, you know, break a toe than ruin my shoes. As weird as that sounds, but, like, in this scenario, it makes perfect sense, right? I hope so. I don't know. Hard to say. Anyway, so we're doing okay. I can't believe I haven't gotten hit by the purple crap in the slightest. But we're doing alright. We definitely have, like, a bunch of guys that I'm, like, a bunch of enemies that I'm not happy about, but our crazy float jump is making it, oh, thank you, finally. So we have 2 jumps now, and there's another jump height boost, which I might go for largely depending on what's in the secret room, which is why I didn't, you know, immediately go for it. Because if we can get ourselves, difficulty decreased, thank you. I was worried about it for a second, it's like, I don't even know what I'm picking up here. And the answer is something very nice. So that's secret 1. I assume there's no more secret areas here. There's some kind of, like, weird level architecture issues, but that's kind of what happens with this game. The camera isn't totally used to it. That's actually pretty terrible. Oh well. Not that bad. So let's... This is going to be a weird run. We're going to be... It's like we're called the Kangaroo Man or something. But another jump height pickup. And this actually means something a little bit different, if I can get up here. Nope, that was dumb. I got stuck on something going up, and then, well, I was just hurtling out of control from... I'm gonna keep doing it. I guess maybe I'm hopping off and wasting one of my jumps. And that's frustrating. Oh yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah, I move slightly kind of in preparation for the jump, you know, to get to a good position, and I actually, yeah, I have to stop doing that. Jump first, then move. There we go. Come on. I've definitely mentioned before how I get stuck on level architectures in very frustrating ways, or even more so, bounce off them. And in this case, I'm bouncing hard. Yeah, so I was bouncing off the ceiling. I don't like the fact that you can bounce off the ceiling in this game. It makes sense from, like, a physics standpoint, but it's definitely a pain in the butt. Okay. That was kind of an ordeal, but you know what? That's life. And what do we got in here? I mean, luckily we are the Kangaroo Man, so that's another jump. That's good. There are definitely things that I'd rather have than Kangaroo Man powers, but considering I was talking about, like, not having a gosh darn extra jump at all, having 2 jumps in this level of, like, jump height definitely makes tangoing with things a lot easier. I kind of wish we had some kind of magnetism. Magnetism would be fantastic, but it is life. So let's get through here. Probably took more damage than I needed to, but at this point I'm trying to get us up to weapon level 5. That's a bit of a priority for me. Okay, you know what? Enough screwing around. Let's take out this tank. That is priority number 1, because he can wreck our shit. Everything else is just kind of meaningless. Also, he's the only one with drops. Realistically, I should probably have gone for the nasty-ass unicorn poop launchers, but was not thinking about it too hard. And I guess the spawns don't, or the drops don't despawn that quickly. Just fairly quickly. Okay, so... I don't know, we're doing okay. We could definitely use... I mean, weapon level 5 would be very nice. We could definitely use might and armor. You know how the first run I had might and armor, but no jumps. Now we've got so many jumps, it's stupid, but no might or armor. And I guess we've got the survivability now. Just based on, like, sheer movement, because we also got a speed pickup way back in the day. I can actually barely even remember the beginning of this run just because that, like, one very stressful room. Stress gives me, I wouldn't say temporary amnesia so much as just, like, stress takes over and all I can remember are the things that I'm stressed about and everything else just kind of becomes a non-issue. Anyway, we got an extra jump. Who are we gonna fight? Who do we want to fight? I hope it's Doomball. Nope, it's Chomps-a-Lot. Okay, Chomps-a-Lot is actually a pretty fortuitous boss to fight right now, especially if I can blow... Okay, yep, I got about pretty much as much use out of that as I was hoping I would. Mainly, we took a lot of health off of them. Maybe I should have waited on using the crit serum until after these guys were gone or these guys were up so I could rip through them. But I'm really not concerned one way or another with how these enemies are fought. They die pretty fast, and they can't hit me, which I'm thankful for. So, of course, we got more Chomps-a-Lots, but I think if you shoot Chomps-a-Lot specifically in the mouth, they take more damage, which, again, good, really good thing. I guess the other thing that I wish we had was one of those weapon mods. Oh, right, we did get a might mod way back in the beginning, so that would kind of explain why our damage is higher than I think it is. One of those enemies just dropped an extra jump. That's really nice. Let's get our hands on that so we can move better. And some more weapon EXP. Can't complain about that. And we should probably finish this guy off instead of just kind of sitting around lollygagging, hoping to farm all the pickups. Which, I mean, I guess that's exactly what I'm doing, but speaking of weapon EXP, and get the hell out of Dodge. Got stuck on the level arc. Oh, come on. I got stuck on the level architecture and it kind of trapped me in a location. But not that big of a deal. A lot of pickups to mostly make up for it. And bounce. This is going to be interesting. I haven't had a bounce run before. I guess this really is the kangaroo run or the Tigger run. I don't know. But, like, they're bouncy. This will definitely make things interesting. The only gun I would say that would be cooler with bounce would be the, oh, what's it called? The shrapnel trumpet. Logistics. I was really hoping we'd go to Hugbot Alley just so I could, I don't know, get some nice stuff, but does not look like the case today. So that's fine. Okay, so we're in logistics. We're doing alright. We've got a lot of hoops. In fact, this is probably one of the weirder hoops runs. At this point, I guess now we got triple jump, but we also just have really intense... Oh, come on. I get weapon level 3, and it's just like, yeah... Can't let you have that one. Oh, well. Or weapon level 5. Whatever I said. But we're very floaty. And that is interesting. Yeah, wow, this is Tigger run for sure. Because we got bounce... we've got 2 to 3 jump height pickups, which actually makes falling a little scary, but not the end of the world. I don't know what that does, but I don't have enough money for it, so what's the point? Bounce is probably kind of useless, but it does make it easier, like if you miss, it might give you a slight boost as far as, like, hitting the enemies. I'm not entirely sure. I kind of wish they'd... Maybe they do ricochet. Actually, no, that was worth it in one specific way. Ooh, probably gonna take falling damage there. Nope. Okay, managed. Oh, right, we can slow our fall with this gun. Of course, I forgot. Well, that actually makes the whole Tigger problem actually not so bad. Okay, and we're at weapon level 5. We're not great at weapon level 5, like we get hit hard, we're gonna lose it straight off the bat. What do we get? More money. Actually, more money is useful. This is definitely one of those runs where, our, like, lack of money is definitely showing. Because I think we missed out on 2 whole weapon mods because of it. And now that we got bounce, it's not so bad. It would definitely be interesting to see this. Yep, like I said, if I get hit hard once, we lose it. So, we got critical serum. I don't know how I didn't get hit by those guys, but we didn't, and I'm happy about it. So let's get in here, and let's get all this stuff. And we're... come on. At this point, I'm baiting the weapon EXP. Probably worth it. But this is one of the reasons why the Egon's Pride is so good, because the kickback on it is enough to make you really float. And that's kind of awesome. And I actually really like the bounty effect. It looks kind of cool. So, I'm just kind of thinking back to other things that I've done recently, or been doing recently. And of course, I'm working on another painting. I'm always kind of working on paintings. It's kind of one of the things I should be doing more of. But I want to make sure I have enough episodes of Tower of Guns for you nice people. And honestly, it's kind of a nice game to relax to. But it's definitely one of those where I have the compulsion to, like, I have to win at least once a day. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to get rusty. And honestly, it means I should be painting more instead of, you know, just playing Tower of Guns. But I figure I can balance it pretty well. As long as, you know, I don't get called away to too many family occasions or anything like that, because... oh, this is definitely an interesting room. Well, let's get up here into this... okay, it's not even a secret area. Still got hit by his homing shot, though. Kind of a pain in the jerk. But let's get out of here. Really? Wow, that's an excessive amount of super cannons. Maybe that was pointing the other direction, though, so it wasn't so bad. But, so we've got a couple of these guys. I don't think there are any more homing shots. But I don't want to just go, like, charging out for fear of there being, like, a whole horde of those guys waiting for me. Get the money, get the health, because the health is going to be nice. And then let's actually see what we've got here. So, oh, I see. On the top level, the super cannons face backwards. That makes actually a lot of sense. Ish. But, I guess that's the easiest way to get through the tunnels without taking hideous amounts of damage. Let's just murder their faces. So, we're weapon level 5, safely so. We've got enough jumps to make a kangaroo jealous. We've got might. We need armor. Mainly we need armor for one reason particular, and that is, if we run into, like, some of those crazy laser dudes in the, like, in the end of the Sanctum, right before fighting the boss, we're gonna be in trouble, because they really do rip through our armor pretty substantially. So, where's the other cannon? Oh, it's on this side. Of course. Which I can't get to. Because it's blocked off. Well, that's frustrating. And... maybe the secret area is behind it. Hard to say. Yeah, the secret area is behind that cannon. Well, at least it's completely ineffective at hurting us in every way, shape, or form. Speaking of ineffective... buttload of money, happy about that, and a token to bring us up to weapon level max, which we're actually very close to already, so it's not the best thing in the world, but good enough for me. So, now we're here. Oh, what? He was, like, waiting in the wings for us, just kind of in Nowheresville. So, that was bad. Apologize, I should have paid more attention to my immediate surroundings, but he was literally just hiding in, you know, the darkness, more or less, for us. That's kind of frustrating. Okay, so we've got a couple of ET cannons and a purple teleporter. And I guess, actually, I'm forgetting that you can teleport back after you've taken a purple teleporter, but it's definitely one of those where it's like, you know what, screw it. These guys are going down. Because they're actually a problem. Whereas the mini lanterns, not so much so. So, we took dumb damage, but not much. I'm trying to bait the weapon EXP tokens from getting away from these guys. I guess we don't take that much damage from them, so it's not so bad. Also get the feeling that maybe Egon's Pride has a better passive armor than some of the other guns, but maybe I'm just kind of imagining things here. Anyway, let's go see about the secret area, if there is one. does not actually look to be one. At least there. But I bet there is on the top. No? Okay, so there's one secret here. It's kind of Peasley. It's just money. It's not so bad. And then there's this. Nice health pickup. Okay, so actually there's one more place I haven't checked yet. Ish. Okay, you can't get up inside that one. And there's nothing on the top. Nothing inside that one. Yeah. Had to check just for kind of propriety's sake, just in case there's like a secret area, but there's not. So let's go through. And the question is this the end of the room? Or not the end of the room, the end of the level? I think it is. I don't think this is one of those, like, levels that never ends, like the... Oh, the bouncy room never ends. Hey, and it's this room. I like this room for... Oh, geez, that's a tank. Well, you know what? We're about to go face the boss, but with any luck, we'll be able to charge our weapon fully. And so I figured using critical serum would probably be really helpful in here, just so we don't take any damage before taking the boss. Hard to say which is a smarter idea. Also hard to say who we're going to be fighting in the boss room, so maybe critical serum was ill-advised? I don't know. Definitely interesting. So we've got one more ET cannon, and I believe I hear some spiky ball launchers somewhere. Maybe they're up above. Yep, there they are. Well, they die fast. Actually, I'm going about this wrong. Or from the wrong direction. There we go. Yeah, now they're just completely ineffective. And a lot of weapon EXP. Not the most necessary thing in the world at this point, but it's definitely kind of a nice way of getting the small amount of weapon EXP I lost back from just getting hit. And there we go. So, let's get the secrets. A lot of weapon EXP. It's like it's expecting me to have a second gun or something. Yeah, see, more weapon EXP. I'm actually going to get out of there before I get it, just because I don't need it. And if, say, I get a, you know, a secret special gun, say, I don't know, any gun. Nope, just money and more weapon EXP. So, I'm kind of insulted. It's like, things we need. None of the stuff that's in this room. Usually when I come through this room, it's like, oh yeah, here's some armor, here's some speed, here's some whatever. And I feel like the last two runs we've just been getting a really insane amount of, like, tokens. Nothing else. Because there's a bunch of weapon EXP up there, weapon EXP there, weapon EXP there, weapon EXP there. It's weird and dumb, and it's like, why not give me something nice? Okay, so we're up against the pipe organ. Actually, probably pretty okay with that. We move a little slow, and we have to worry about the missiles hitting us. I guess we also have to worry about all the spiky balls coming to hit us. But not as much as if we had to fight... Actually, no, if we had to fight the Egg Scrambler in our current situation, we'd be in a really good spot, because we're flying. Oh, and it's another weapon mod. So let's see what we got here. It looks to be mines. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. Got the health pickups. Yeah, let's get out of here. So, yeah, mines would be really useless, because, I mean, we're about to go fight the gumball machine. Most of the enemies we're going to be fighting are in the air. Mines would be pointless to the extreme. Also, we'd take damage from our own mines, so why would I ever even want to get that sort of thing? So, how are we doing? I always ask this, like every couple of minutes, especially when I have little to say, I'm like, how are we doing? Because this is definitely one of those games where, like, strategy is hugely important, and it's like, you have to do progress checks every once in a while just to be like, well, how are we doing? You know, are we in trouble? Are we okay? And the answer seems to be, those are spikes. We're doing alright-ish. And the ish kind of comes with, well, the ish is the asterisk. I was going to say the ish comes with an asterisk, but no. The ish is the asterisk. And the thing is, like, the difficulty has been reduced a couple of times, so I can definitely feel like the game, or this run, is easier because of it. But we've got no armor. Our damage is okay. We do have a might pickup working in our favor. Our shot speed is great. We have a weapon mod that I would argue is wholly useless for fighting the Maw, for example. But we can fly, which is probably, or arguably, probably the most important thing for fighting the Maw. Because when fighting the Maw, if you can't fly, like if you're landlocked, you have to trudge through lava just to get back to him, unless there's a more sensible way of getting to him, which seems really unlikely to me. So, I guess let's just take out these two. And, yep, more passive pickups that I don't need. Because, look, magnetism, hooray! Actually useful. Magnetism has no bearing on those big pickups there. Guess what else it is? More magnetism. I'm gonna buy it, because why not? And I have no confirmation on whether or not getting passive pickups adjust the difficulty or not. Because I know there are definitely things that factor into the difficulty level, but I don't know exactly what they are. Oh, and is this from... Oh, hey. Wow, this is terrifying looking. So, yeah, let's just get that hell out of dodge. So, this is actually a really good situation to be in, weirdly enough. We took some damage there, but we can get that back. Or, not get the damage back. I don't want to take more damage. And we can get the health back, easily. This actually feels like one of those runs that should be endless, and we'd actually be doing fantabulously if this were endless, but we're not. But this means we can get up to that weird secret area that I wasn't able to get to before. That's a mystery box. I'll get to that in a second. I'll think about it. I'll probably get it just because I mean, it might actually be the difference between winning and losing. Kind of hard to say. Okay, we're actually... Okay, what do we get? Jump height, minus. Damn. Actually should have waited on that one. That, I can deal with jump height, minus. That's probably the best, worst thing to happen to us. Because we still got a lot of jumps, and we're still floaty as hell. But, this definitely made it less nice. So... that's the problem. If I... what if I back into it? Nope. Bad things happen. Okay, we'll give that one more shot just because it doesn't do much damage to us. Maybe if we just fire ourselves... Is there another one? Nope. Okay, I was thinking it's like maybe if there are two boxes, the added maneuverability... Oh, you know what I should be doing the entire time? I should be firing Egon's Pride. I'm going to try for this just because we have a lot of health and I'm extremely curious. I'm also pissed because we lost our jump height. Alright, we made it. I have no idea where we are. I've never been up here before, and that's actually really exciting for me. The question is there even anything up here? Does this bring us to a secret boss chamber? Does it do nothing at all? You serious? Wow. Okay, so what is this here? This is how you get across those spikes if you don't have as many jumps as I usually do. What does that mean? There ain't jack diddly doodah here. We are very rich. And we need none of it. In fact, I have to say, the past 3 runs have just been so pickup sparse, it's embarrassing. Like I guess the first one was so pickup heavy, it was amazing. And then we died, which kind of sucks. And then, I don't know, not happy. Anyway, Egon's Pride really makes short work of the gumball machine in a lot of ways because, I mean, we can just jump up and down pretty much. Because the gumball machine's orb thing is based on how many times you hit it, not how much damage you do. So you can do, like, pittance amounts of damage, and it won't even matter. So we are taking some damage in the fall, but it's not bad. This actually feels like one of those situations where I should probably just be standing on top of him, if anything, but I think the orb actually does damage. Also, I have to worry about that sort of thing. But we're doing okay. We're going to get all of our health back pretty easily from just simply killing all the Hugbots after this. Oh, that's who's hitting us really hard. I was wondering what was kind of wrecking our stuff, and it's like, oh, one of those guys. Well, so we got a might pickup. That's going to be really useful. What is this thing? Blue shell. I'm going to use it. Critical serum would be nice, but it's hard to say exactly how nice. Blue shell I've never seen before. No guarantee when we're going to get it, and that's definitely, that would be definitely one of those things that would be very nice to have. use, and if we're going to lose against them all, we might as well lose and learn something. It's also probably... I wonder if luck actually just increases the number of passive pickups you get, not the, like, actual item drops you get. That'd be really unfortunate and frustrating. Oh well, yeah, we haven't gotten a single gosh darn upgrade in, like, a couple levels apart from magnetism. I mean, we're a magnetism master, but, because usually when I murder all those hugbots, I at least get 2 or 3 things, whether or not they're useful. There I got Jack Diddly Doodah. I'm not happy about it. Apparently I missed a secret somewhere. Interesting question of where. At some point I'm definitely going to do a run on Ghost, and I will just float around seeing everything. And the question is, See, the problem is I don't like that, though. It's cheating to learn where all the secrets are. What I should be doing is, like, endless mode runs every once in a while. Mainly to find everything, because by the second or third, like, run in endless mode, it's pretty obvious, you know, where everything is. Also, apparently, if you're really good about it, you can outpace the elevator and get underneath it. I bet you'd probably get squished, too, but that's not so much a concern for me. So, let's get across very slowly. I'm doing this wrong. I should be shooting backwards. Okay, there we go. And let us fight the Maw. So, once I'm able to start doing damage to him... Okay, there we are. Fire the blue shell, let's see what it does. Blue shell seems to do... I don't know. Hard to say. It didn't even reach him. Oh, that is just an insult to my current situation. Because the blue shell just sat there. It was close. It was very close. But definitely no cigar. At least it charges quickly, and we do have an alternate option of... We could actually just... Apparently that super cannon didn't give us anything. Kind of a shame. I was hoping we could get some extra health from it. Because we're not that injured, but we definitely are. Killing all those hug bots makes the spin bots much faster and do a lot more damage. I guess I should do a run at some point where I don't kill the endgame hug bots. It's just, I feel like it's probably necessary in a lot of cases. Okay, so we're gonna go on a bit of an adventure and send in the blue shell. Let's see if it can get closer. I think now it's doing damage to him. Maybe it did damage earlier and I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, super close to a super cannon, that's a concern. And either the super cannon only gives loot once, or... I don't know, hard to say. Yeah, get out of the way of the bullets. I'm hoping I can get a little bit of pickups from this one. Yeah, so apparently this one gives pickups, the other one does not. Interesting, interesting. Well, let's not stand around for the spin bot status, because I think actually the spin bots are probably, arguably, they're likely the most dangerous enemy to us right now. Because the Maw doesn't hurt that much. Right, I'm doing this wrong. It's definitely scary backing up this much. I almost got hit by one of those super bullets, but please drop something. Nope. Dropped nothing for us. Okay. That's life. Maybe it alternates. Really hard to say, or maybe it's just based on, like, you only kill one. Whatever. Send in the blue shell and die. Oh, man. Yeah, I was right in the middle of it. I didn't have enough speed. I definitely felt like while I was jumping, I was floating constantly. But look at all those pickups. Oh, I guess we did have one armor pickup way in the beginning. I kind of forgot about that. But I'm still going to count that as kind of a win. But like, jump, 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 jump. Couple of difficulty reductions, and nothing else. Very few on the combat upgrades, and bouncing was pretty useless. So... not a bad run. Probably could have won if I wasn't so focused on killing the super cannons, maybe. And if I had not picked up the blue shell. If I kept the critical serum, I probably would have been able to rock the Maw, no problem. But I figured it was worth it for the adventure of it. So I'm going to count that as a satisfaction for Egon's Pride. If only because we've been using it too much and I need to, I don't know, move on to greener pastures. Try new things, meet new people, that sort of thing. So probably next run will be, I don't know, Hedgehog Launcher and Fire Force, maybe. That seems like a terrible idea. Constellation Charger, maybe. I don't know. I never know. Anyway, so, it was an interesting run. Really wish luck had more of an effect, but I don't know. The more we use the luck pickup, or the luck plus plus, the more it seems like kind of a pointless perk. I don't know. Anyway, enough rambling about the previous run. I'll see you guys on the next one, and as always, thanks for watching.